Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Laura, and on this channel I do book reviews. So in this video, I will be talking about one of the books I finished this month in January. I did start this book last year, but I finished it this month, and that book is The City of Ashes by Cassandra Claire. It's part of the Shadowhunter book series. And so I'm sure a lot of people know what the series is about, so I won't bore everyone too much about just the whole premise of it. But a little bit, just a quick, 2-second update of we do see Clary and her friends continue to have to deal with her and Jace's father, Valentine, trying to get the mortal sword to try and take over the whole demon world. Though, as a shadow hunter himself, he's tasked to kill demons, but he wanted more power and was very greedy. So throughout this book, we see Clary, Jace, Luke, and everyone else kind of try and get him all the mortal instruments back. And eventually we do see that Valentine does start to gain more power as the book progresses. And so that's kind of like a brief overview of the book. I did give this book a 3-star out of 5. I will say the storyline is filling out a bit more as I continue to read each book. So I am hopeful in the fact that it will get better. I will say that in this book, I'm still kind of 50-50 on how I feel about Jace. I am still kind of like, do I like him? Do I not? He's still a bit too, in his head and too, I guess, egotistical or, proud of himself, for my liking. But I am starting to kind of, see why he is that way. And so, the way that, Claire is writing each character sometimes can be a little shallow, but at the same time, it is starting to slowly, I guess, pick up a little bit. There were definitely plenty of times where throughout the book that there were conversations where what Valentine had done to Clary and Jace's genetics before the series even started when they were little. Like the hinting of what he might have done to their genetics and stuff. And so, I get why it was written that way for, the mystery and intrigue. But the number of times that it was brought up, but never really fully, fleshed out, I didn't really enjoy that or like that. And each time it was brought up, nothing new was ever... At least I felt like there was really nothing new brought out of the conversation, even though it did happen multiple times. Or when the topic of, Clary and Jace still wanting each other, romantically. I get that they didn't grow up with each other, so they couldn't have developed that sibling connection or relationship, so therefore they couldn't have had that, revulsiveness of being into each other like they are. And so, I get why they have it, because they didn't have that sibling connection first. So, I understand why, but at the same time, just, the conversation that they had at the end of the book. I'm trying not to spoil too much here if you have not read it, but if you have, you'll know what I'm talking about. The conversation that they had at the end of the book about the whole, I'm sorry, from now on, I'm gonna just be a brother to you or sister to you or whatever. I'm glad that they finally had that conversation, but at this, I really wish that that conversation happened, halfway through the second book, because I just got so tired of it being brought up over and over again. At least to me, it seemed like it was highly repetitive, along with how the conversation with their genetics getting messed with by Valentine. The number of times that both those conversations were brought up, just, to me, was too many. And so, either I wish something new was brought up, or that conversation happened and they moved on. That to me was just kind of repulsive of how they just kept on, eyeballing each other and that. And so, like, but yeah, it's over a 400 plus page book, and having those conversations brought up over and over again is just, I didn't feel like it was needed. But I did really enjoy this book otherwise. Yes, I did give it a 3-star, but I think that's about, not really. At least I don't think 3 is a bad rating. I think 3 should be like the average, but I did enjoy this book. I would potentially eventually, once I get through the series and give it some time, I might eventually come back, but we shall see how the rest of the series goes. And I'm hoping that as the series goes, as I progress through each book, it will continue to get better and better, and that some of those conversations do happen more frequently, and more information becomes more readily available, and some of the storyline does move forward and not become as stagnant as that they became in this book. And so, but yeah, that is kind of a quick review on The City of Ashes by Cassandra Claire. And so I did really enjoy this book, and I hope that y'all enjoyed this video, and if y'all did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you had any other thoughts on this book, if you have read it, please comment down below what your thoughts on this book was. And I hope that y'all have a great day. And if y'all do want to see any more book reviews or any of my future book videos, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below. And I look forward to talking to y'all in the next video. Bye, guys.